It's the beginning of October, and in this video I'll show you some of my favorite places in autumn. We'll dive into the colorful world of autumn, visit thundering waterfalls, impressive valleys, turquoise lakes, raging rivers, breathtaking views and colorful sunrises. But we'll also show you the grumpy side of autumn, my fairy friend Rasta and I. As always, our starting point is our hometown of Brienz in the Bernese Oberland. From here, we are heading towards Lauterbrunnen today to see if autumn has arrived yet. Whenever possible, we take the country road to the Jungfrau Region. The view is simply more beautiful than on the motorway, even if it takes a little longer. But after all, the journey is the destination, isn't it? We enjoy the autumnal drive along Lake Brienz and arrive in Lauterbrunnen after about 35 minutes. We are in Lauterbrunnen right now to show you how it looks like at the beginning of October. Huh? Yeah, we have our secret hiking path here. Yeah, there are already so many leaves on the ground. Yeah, autumn is here right now. Lauterbrunnen has become a hotspot in the last few years. That's why we choose the lesser known paths. Forgive me if I don't tell you exactly which hike it is here. But it's certainly also in your interest not to name such places in order to protect them. I see that in Iseltwald the trees are also ready. So we need to go up there in the next few days. Happy Autumn Day, gell? Yeah. What you can see over there are foam clouds. Yeah, I know that because this morning, look, yeah, we had fire in the sky in Brienz. Yeah, it was crazy. So this is a weather condition called foam. Yeah, and it's very warm when there is foam. Rasta caught a cold at Fluolp, so we guess. So we have to take it easy on him. But soon he will able to go on longer hikes again. You are so beautiful, Rasta. Super Typ. Und tschüss. It's been a while since my last visit in Lauterbrunnen. Yeah, because in summer, you know, too many people everywhere. But now, yeah, it's a little bit better. Well, baby. Whee! Oh, we have some cows here. Ja, adult ones. Huh? Eine erwachsene Kuhherde. Hey, Moose. Hi, hi. Yes, it's Rasta from Instagram and Facebook and YouTube and what else? Yeah. Hey, Moo. Hi. You want to say hello to my YouTube subscribers? Huh? Moo. Ah, you look so funny with the wide angle. Huh? Ah, gruselig. Yeah, to be honest, I prefer the ones with horns. Yeah, they look so naked without. Huh, girl? Yeah. So that was the status from Lauterbrunnen. Huh? So you can see if it is worthy to go at this time or not. Gal? Yeah, but I think it's worthy anyway. Yeah, but autumn is otherworldly, weißt? Everywhere. Yeah. I cannot stop recording because, you know, there is that light. You see it? And when this light is coming into the Lauterbrunnen Valley, I'm lost. Ja, es ist einfach so schön. Huh? Yeah.
And because the light was so beautiful, we went to Grindelwald, which is just a valley further on. The light is really exceptionally beautiful in autumn, and during the drive to Grindelwald, the song Born to be Wild came to mind. But wait, wouldn't we need a cool motorcycle for that? Thanks! Grindelwald was also ready, but since I had been on my feet all day and wanted to take it easy, we postponed a more detailed excursion to another day and rode back to Brienz. Do you remember this picture of Sylvia? I had the feeling that today would be the perfect day for an autumn sunrise there. To get to Sylvia, you take the car to Iseltwald, which is above Lauterbrunnen. From there, a small gondola takes you up to Sylvia. The gondola transports 8 people or a whole cow. No kidding. Only a few farmers live up here. Otherwise, Sylvia is the starting point for various beautiful hikes, for example up to the Lauterbrunnen hut. Due to our tight autumn schedule, however, today it will only be enough for the sunrise. After Sulwald, we went home briefly to do some work, and then we planned our Grindelwald excursion for the afternoon. Unfortunately, as so often this autumn, the weather was not quite as friendly. Nevertheless, I hoped to be able to show you a few colorful maple trees. In order not to put too much strain on Rasta, we took the post bus for a section of the route. He is taking medication for his cold and inflammation. This should help him in a few days.
Remember, we were here about 2 weeks ago and I told you that the Ahorn, the maple heißt es, glaub, maple will become golden. Yeah, and some of them are already golden. Some of them are still green. But yeah, of course they never change at the same time. Yeah, but I think we will be lucky today. We say hello to the cows, okay? Ah, they are curious, those cows. Huh? They want to say hello to Rasta. Hey, cowies? Hi? You're so curious about Rasta, Gal. Yeah, but he don't like to play with you. Gal? Yeah, I'm so sorry. Huh? This is one of our favorite corners in Grindelwald. Because there is normally no one here. Yeah, and Rasta is able to run free. Yeah, baby. Too busy to listen. This is how a cow should look like, huh? With horns. Yeah, they look best like this. So now, if we talk about golden maples, this is one. Yeah, it's nice, girl. I know. Hey? Ja, sag auch. Hey, beauty. Hi. Oh, you look gorgeous. Huh? With this tree. Cows are so curious. Especially when I have Rasta with me. Huh? You have a leaf in your mouth. Look mal. Da. Shall I take it away? So. Gern geschehen. You're welcome. Look at that color. So schön. Bye bye, cowies. I already miss you. Ciao. They announced so clear weather today, but you know, in the mountains, yeah, the weather is always different. Yeah, than they announce. Yeah, but it's not that bad, huh? I wanted to show you, yeah, yellow maples or golden maples, and I did. I kept my promise. It changed so much in the last 2 weeks. Yeah, as soon as the temperatures are very low, the trees begin to change. Look, last week, no, 2 weeks ago, this tree was already golden and now it's gone. So if you plan your holidays in Switzerland for autumn, yeah, you need to be lucky a little bit. Yeah, sometimes the trees are just in the right moment colorful and sometimes not. Yeah, but you may say you are, or you have a good chance in the middle of October to find some colorful trees. And then the other thing is, you never know when the autumn storms are coming. Yeah, that's why I'm always in a hurry. Yeah, and I'm always trying to find the beautiful days in autumn, because you know, in a few days all the trees can be bare again. Yeah, that's why autumn is quite stressful for me. It's a good stress, I know, but yeah, I'm busy then. That was the light I expected. A little bit late, but at least it's here.
We took the last autumn light on a short drive until the sun disappeared behind the mountains. On 10 October, a large solar storm caused northern lights to be protected for Switzerland as well. Of course, I thought about it a lot, checked various apps to see where it would be the best to photograph the lights, and then decided on the Grimselpass. The weather forecast was not very promising. I booked a hotel room at the Grimsel Hospiz so that I could go to the Grimselpass as planned. That way, I could leave Rasta in the room and he wouldn't have to freeze with me somewhere. Before I booked the room, I checked again whether the pass was open. In October, you never know. Everything seemed fine, so we drove up. We drove up to Grimselpass to see where it would be the best to stop, and then I checked again at 5 p.m. to see if the pass was open at night. And my fear was confirmed. At 3 p.m., the status of the Grimselpass was changed, closed at night. Of course, I was very annoyed, because my whole plan was in the bin. We could have walked up for an hour and a half, but the weather was so nasty that we ultimately decided against it for safety reasons as well. Unfortunately, I can't show you the northern lights in Switzerland in this video. The next day we drove back from Grimsel Hospiz to Brienz. On the spur of the moment, I decided to take a trip to the Giessbach waterfalls. You can always rely on them. Back home again, it was time to work and edit, and then it was time to go on the next trip, autumn in Wengen. Wengen is only accessible by train, so we take the train from Lauterbrunnen. The journey takes about 12 minutes and psst, the view after the station Grindelwald into the Lauterbrunnen valley is really worth a photo. But don't tell anyone. We are staying at the Hotel Regina. I booked a room with a south-facing view and so that I can take a beautiful time-lapse. So you can look forward to it. Yeah, the perfect room for a nice time-lapse in the night. What do you think? Wengen looks super nice in autumn. Huh? Yeah, as the whole Bernese Oberland, I know. It's so hard to choose where to go. I stroll with you now to Fru Wengen. Huh? And you don't have to do one step. I do everything for you. Huh? And my Nikon Z9 does everything for you too. Good girl. The beautiful autumn morning is starting in Wengen with some colorful clouds. Yeah. Ooh, what will await us today? After lekker breakfast, we continue our little stroll around Wengen. We are at the famous photo point at the church. And as you can see, yeah, we have already light on the peaks over there. Yeah. And now we go to our favorite hidden point. I know you wanted to see this, gal. The famous photo point of Wengen. Yeah, that's how it looked like. By the way, Wengen is almost in mid-season. Yeah, that means soon almost all hotels are closed here.
Yeah, it's hard to get a room here in Wengen when it's not high season. Now, there is still 1 or 2 hotels left, but yeah, you have to find it. By the way, you see where the sunlight is right now over there. You see it? Yeah, this is Iseltwald. We were there lately, a few days ago, to catch the sunrise. Remember this picture maybe? Yeah, that's Iseltwald. Soon everything will be lightened up. And then we have the real autumn mood of the Bernese Oberland. Yeah, a little Rasta time, because in the village he's not allowed to run. Well, he has to be on the leash. Gell, Burstel?
Rasta is already much better. The medicine seems to be working. We were afraid it was something worse. At his age, you never know.
Little promise from my side. This tree will shine in a few minutes. Yep. The unseen corners of Wengen. Not that bad. Yeah, wait for the light. Much kohole. Yeah, you can take it. Slowly. Ow! Hey! Now the magic happens. The sun is coming over the mountains. And now you can see the full autumn colors here. So wonderful, huh? Oh, Rasta also looks beautiful in the autumn light. Huh? Schöne Puppe. That wasn't so bad, huh? Yeah. Yeah, that's autumn for me, huh? Best. Hey, Rasta. Blätter. Leaves. He is so in love with leaves. That would be a song. In love with leaves is Rasta's passion. Gell? I love the sound of the dry leaves on the ground. Huh? Yeah.
You can see for yourself that autumn in Switzerland is simply unique. It's like taking a train to another world. The colors, the light, the clear air, the wind, you can find all of this in autumn. By the way, next week we are going to Engadin in the southeast of Switzerland. The Engadin is famous for its golden larches in autumn, so the magic of colors in Switzerland will continue. My Swissies and Switzerland lovers, today I will take you to the kingdom of golden larches. In October, when it gets colder, thousands of larches turn into golden guardians. This spectacle is unique, and to see it, we have to travel a long way. The journey begins colorfully, as if nature wanted to prepare us for the spectacle. We have a 5-hour drive ahead of us. The starting point is our home village Brienz in the Bernese Oberland. The day begins mystically, and the autumnal fog fields let us pass by in a friendly manner. Whenever road conditions allow, we travel from Brienz to the Engadin over the Alpine passes. The first pass is the Giessbach. We reach it via the Gottmental. Most of the Alpine passes will close around the end of October and the beginning of November. That's why we're enjoying this opportunity while we still can. As is so often the case this autumn, the weather is changeable. Usually we have stable high-pressure weather in autumn, but this year everything is different. That's why planning is a bit more difficult than usual. On the Giessbach we take a little pee break for Rasta, and then it's off to the canton of Uri. It is always fascinating for me to see how the vegetation changes within a few weeks. There is no longer any sign of the lush green from July. We drive over Andermatt to the next pass, the Oberalp-Pass. This is also closed in winter and then serves as a ski slope and winter hiking trail. Oh, here we take a little pee break for Rasta and get some fresh air too. It looks a little bit different than in winter, gell? Ja. After the short stop of the Oberalp-Pass, we drive through the entire Vorderrheintal to Reichenau, where we then head towards Thusis. From there you can either take the Alpla-Pass to the Engadin or the Julierpass. Since we wanted to stop briefly at Lake Balbonia, we went over the Albula-Pass. However, I already had a premonition. The lake is a so-called hotspot at this time of the year. As feared, all the parking spaces were already full. But hey, I still have some wonderful shots from last year. After that, we continued through the stone desert, as I call it, until we arrived in the Engadin. But we are not here yet. We still have to cross a pass, the Bernina Pass, and then we will reach the Buschlauf. And yes, strictly speaking, we are no longer in the Engadin. The Buschlauf is a world of its own. But we still haven't reached our destination. Now we have to take the post bus for a short distance. We are now in Sforzou and are allowed to enter the beautiful Val de Camp, where two of the most beautiful mountain lakes in Switzerland are located.
So this is our place where we will stay 2 nights. It is a wild valley and I will show you the beauty of it. Huh? We are now in the Alp camp and they only have one room which dogs are allowed. Gell? So I'll let you know. We are right now in the Valle di Campo. This is far, far away in the southeast of Switzerland, really, really far away from Brienz. We drove about 5 hours, of course, through the pass roads because it's much more beautiful. And now we are in the paradise of the golden larches. There are 2 lakes in this area. One is the Lago di Sauseo and the other one is Lac di Viola. Or di Val Viola, yeah, something like this. And Larche di Valviola is bigger than the Sauseusee, but more picturesque is the Sauseusee. I hope that we will get better weather tomorrow. Yeah, so you can see the fully bloom of the golden larches. But it's already wonderful, isn't it? Huh? And if you are here in this area, you have to be aware because there are bears and wolves living here. Yeah. Yeah, you don't have to be afraid. They are more afraid of you, but just so that you know, okay? By the way, Rasta is much better now. Yeah, he got the cold. You maybe saw it in the last video, and we had to give him some medication. So hop, 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 ali, ali. And now he's almost the old gal. Yeah, fresh snow on the mountains and all these golden larches. Crazy nice, Sora. Wow. It's an army, huh? An army of golden larches. I mean, this is the absolute highlight of autumn in Switzerland. It begins to rain a little bit. Yeah, the weather in Switzerland is so changeable right now. Yeah. In 1 minute it's raining, in the next minute it's sunshine, hail, thunder, tornado. No tornado. It's just changeable. Du Rasta, musst über aufs Brückli, the bridge. Ja, genau. Super. Alle. Hopp, hopp, hopp. Ja, da kannst du rein. Juhu, paddeln! It's late in the afternoon, so that's why you see no people here. But when we drove up, we saw many people. Yeah.
And if we don't disturb anyone, I'll show you the area from above.
Oh, Rasta, the light. Look me up. See the light? Wow. Oh, that light. Huh?
Despite the changeable weather, we were able to enjoy a few beautiful moments, and then we went back to Alpkamp, where we were treated to a specialty from the Veltlin, pizzoccheri, a type of pasta made from buckwheat and wheat flour, topped with Savoy cabbage, potatoes and cheese. The next morning, we went to the Sauseau Lake.
So this is now the other lake, the Sauseau Lake. where we try to capture the sunrise. Huh? At least the sunrise colors. The sun is here. It's time for hiking. Rasta Badele. Yeah, you can go in. Ooh, super nice. Huh? Yeah, enjoy. Rasta, I think we found another paradise. Huh? Sure? Yeah. New paradise for Mom and you. Hi. Hey, the dog. He wants to go badele. Yeah, maybe not, Rasta. Well, maybe not.
It's hard to describe, but it somehow feels like being in a fairy tale. That's probably why it's called the Kingdom of the Golden Larches. With so much beauty around you, you forget everything that is happening in the world. And you wish that everyone could have this feeling of peace and happiness. The world would be a better place, right?
So we saw now the Lago di Valviola and the Lago di Saoseo and the wonderful valley, but we didn't see the third lake. Let's go. Yeah, the Larch das Giessbach. Yeah, I will ask the owner of the mountain hut how I should spell it, okay?
Also, der See heißt Giessbach.
It's an adult lake. Yeah, the owner of the mountain hut told me that normally this is not a lake because there is normally not that much water to fill it. But this year was different. So that's why we have a whole lake here now. What you see here is not sand, these are the needles of the larches, yeah, which already went down. It's beautiful here, huh? It's like a carpet, a golden needle carpet. Siehst du? Yeah, if you need a golden needle carpet, they have some left here. Geht's bei dir?
I flew one last round over the two lakes. Then the wind came up and whispered in our ears that it would rain tomorrow. You could see it on all the leaves and needles, and even the Swiss flag seemed to be saying goodbye to us. We enjoyed another delicious dinner of local dishes. The next morning brought rain, and we look back gratefully on the last few days, which were filled with fun, colors, golden forests, delicious food, and left the kingdom of the larches with a little sadness. Switzerland lovers, in this video I will take you to two of my favorite places in Switzerland. The first place is Mürren above the Lauterbrunnen valley in the Bernese Oberland. Here we go hiking, enjoy the autumn mountain air, treat ourselves to some culinary delights and stay in one of the most beautiful rooms here in the Hotel Alpenruh. In the second part, we go to the small fishing village of Iseltwald. This place is perfect to let your soul dangle. The colors are incredibly intense at the moment, and once again I was able to stay at the Hotel Charles du Lac. To get to Mürren, I first have to drive from Brienz am See to Interlaken. We are used to the changeable weather this autumn, and yet I enjoy this trip every time, no matter what the weather is like. We then drive through the entire Lauterbrunnen valley to take the Schildhorn cable car from Stechelberg up to Mürren. We still have to take the detour via Grindelwald, but soon it will be possible to take the world's steepest cable car up to Mürren. I will be able to show you this in December. But now it is still a big construction site, of course. So we take the old gondola over Grindelwald and then end up in Mürren. We stay for 2 nights at the Hotel Alpenruhe, which is right next to the cable car station. The sun only comes over the mountain at 9:45. You can tell that it is much lower than it was in summer. Because we were already there early, we left our luggage and took a leisurely walk from Mürren to Grindelwald. It's a classic. We are almost a bit too late for the autumn colors. Many trees are already bare. But for Rasta, it's perfect. He prefers the leaves on the ground.
Rasta! Whee! Look, Mom. Oh! Yeah, kill it.
Now, I let you immerse yourself in the autumnal mountain world of Mürren. After the wonderful walk, our room was ready and we could move in.
Oh.
Rasta took a break and we treated ourselves to a delicious drink and a hearty lunch on the terrace of the Hotel Alpenruhe. And we even got an exclusive view of the new cable car. After lunch, it was time for a village walk. The day flew by, and after the Mürren cows had also taken their village walk, I looked at the result of my time-lapse and went to bed. Not so my Nikon Z9. It worked through the whole night. After a pleasant night at the Hotel Alpenruhe, we enjoyed a delicious breakfast with everything your heart desires. Then, due to changeable weather, we decided to enjoy some adventure on Birk. The Birk station can also be reached by cable car, but a new cable car is also being built there.
So what you can do on a grumpy day in Mürren, you go up to Birk and then you go to the thrill walk. That's what we do now. The thrill walk at Birk is similar to the first cliff walk in Grindelwald first. Yeah, it's like this. Look. Ooh. Yeah. So it's a little bit adventure time now, huh? For the very brave, we have this thing here. Shall I go for you? Also good. Like a ballerina. Look! Oder so ähnlich. Or similar. Or how is the animal called with the grey legs? Elephant? What? I almost fell to death. So look. Now we go back. With schwung. I'm swinging in the thrill. Just swinging in the thrill. And I go faster and faster. And soon I am back. So tell me now in the comments, would you dare? Huh? To go on this thing? Yeah, I mean it's Swiss construction, so it's safe. I've never heard of one who fell down here. Okay? Yeah. So this is now a challenge, huh? Walking on glass. Yeah, you don't have to be afraid. If someone falls, it's me, not you. Well, no worry. And remember, when you can watch this video, everything was fine. So you maybe think, what else can we do here at this time of the year, at the end of October? You can go skiing. Yeah, this is the snow which has been saved during summer under some fleece, some cover. And yeah, if you like, you can already ski here. I don't think that it's really funny, but you can.
After the thrill, it was time to go back to Mürren to get Rasta out of the room and go on a dog-friendly hike. The destination was the beautiful Blumenthal.
Happy? Yeah, running free, gal. Always the best. Also the Almendhubel train is closed, and also the restaurant at Almendhubel. Yeah, it's mid-season, I told you. But the good thing is there are less people in mid-season. Yeah. Oh, Rasta is so happy about those leaves. Gell? Remember that we were talking about flying with the drone in this area. Yeah, because there are so many helicopters, you need the permission of Air Glacier. Yeah, otherwise it's too dangerous, you know. There are also many paragliders here, so it's even for me, who has a permission, I only fly when I'm 100% sure that it is safe. Hey, it's not so bad even in a grumpy kind of weather, huh? Yeah, you have to see the beauty in every little thing. But maybe you close your ears. Look, here it is. The helicopter which is working for the Hotel Palace, I guess. Yeah. Yeah, they do some renovation. And they will reopen in December. Crazy, huh? Besides the romantic sound of the helicopter. Do you remember the encounter we had at the beginning of the year when it was mountain spring here? We met some mother cows here exactly on this path, and it was a little bit of a dangerous situation. Look, and sometimes they are on the hiking path, so then you should keep your dog on the leash. If you see this, and the cow is acting like this, yeah, and looking at you, you should not cross, especially not with a dog. So we will try to go or to find another way up here, because mother cows can be very protective, and this is a really young one, a young calf. So yeah, we will try to go another way, to not cross the cows. This is good to watch it now with you, so you see that these kind of situations can happen in the mountains, and then you should just go another way with a dog, especially with a dog. Yeah, you see her? She's telling me, go away. Yeah, I went now a little bit up, so they are able to cross and to go their way. This is really the best you can do, you know? I mean, they are not looking for stress, you know? They just want to protect their babies. Yeah, that's the main goal. And if you give them some space so they can cross, they will do it, okay? Just take your time and wait. But at the end of October, yeah, there are no cows here anymore. So I don't have to worry about Rasta. After the cloudy time lapse, I thought, yeah, it would be grumpy the whole day long, but it looks quite good, huh? Yes, we enter now the Blumenthal Valley, which is one of our favorite valleys here. Yeah, it's beautiful, you will see. Yeah, at this time of the year, in mid-season, you are almost alone here. The restaurants are closed everywhere. There is no one here. Come on, baby. Yeah, it's our valley today. It's so totally peaceful. Huh? To be honest, I could watch this for hours and hours.
What a wonderful hike that was. We had the place to ourselves and Rasta seemed so happy. We went back to the Hotel Alpenruhe, had a delicious fondue, and now this wonderful trip is already coming to an end. In the morning, thick fog awaited us, and so it was okay for us to leave Mürren. We took the gondola back to Grindelwald, and from there back to Stechelberg. We will be back, at the latest when the new cable car opens. Then it will be really steep here. My dear Swissies and Switzerland lovers, we are now on our way to Iseltwald, the small fishing village on Lake Brienz. Iseltwald became famous mainly through the Netflix series Crash Landing on You, which didn't only have positive aspects for the small village. As a hotel guest, I am allowed to drive through the village to get to the hotel. All other visitors have the option of parking in the large parking lot in front of the entrance to the village. I'm really looking forward to the autumn atmosphere here. It's one of the most beautiful seasons here in Iseltwald.
I'm so happy to be able to stay overnight at Hotel Charles du Lac in Iseltwald because in the summer month, during the summer months, they are so fully booked, so they have no place for me. But now, perfect. Do you remember this meadow? A few months ago, in spring, in April, it was that day for the cows. Yeah, the first time to go on the meadows after the winter break. Yeah, have a look. As so many lucky cows, they were able to go up on the Alps this summer. Yeah, and all the other summers. And now they are back. Hey ladies, how was your summer on the Alp? Huh? Tell me. Who's first? Eine nach dem anderen, gell? Yeah. They are still able to go out during winter, but not on the meadows because there's no grass growing. But behind the barn, Gal, you are able then to jump around. Yeah. Yeah, nice to have you back. To be honest, spring and autumn are the best times for me here. It is a little bit dark in winter. Yeah, because the sun is not coming here for about 2 months, I guess. So you maybe ask, what can you do in autumn in Iseltwald? Just stroll around, enjoy nature, look at all the colors. Yeah, and just relax. attention the fences with electricity, gell? Ja, hi. Hi, hi. Hey, hoi. Na, ach komm jetzt. I'm kind. Hm? On days like this, I sometimes ask myself, how do I deserve all this? Huh? It's such an honor, you know, to live here, to be able to live here. Also here, yeah, in Grindelwald, so nearby. So crazy schön. Oh, I'm thankful until I die. Yeah. It could be that it will be foggy tomorrow. Yeah, this is a sign of fog over there. It's an Niesen, by the way. So now I have the perfect light for some drone pictures of the Hotel Jolly du Lac. Yeah. And then it's time for dinner, I guess. Yeah, I'm hungry after this little stroll.
That was a little best of October from last year, when Rasta was still with us. How quickly time flies, and how quickly life can change. You will always be in our hearts, even if we miss his inspiring zest for life. Enjoy the moment, it is all we have.